Hello and welcome to how Riles does it. So in this video I'm going to see if I can, with some galvanized steel and some wood from pallets, let's see if I can possibly build a dog kennel from scratch without any real plans, just some thoughts in my head. And let's see how it goes, see if I can pull it off, make a decent dog kennel. Thanks for watching. Please watch the whole video, it helps my channel. Please also like, share and subscribe. Thank you. I am now measuring an 850mm length, which will be the width for the front entrance and back wall. So now what I'm going to do is going to cut two of these 20 by 20mm galvanized tube and cut them into 850mm lengths, and the parts I cut off of these plus another two will give me the legs that I'm going to add to the base of this dog kennel. This is for the floor. Cut me two 20 by 20mm tubing to 850 mils, and then these are going to be left to me probably. So we're going to tack these on and get the floor square bit started. Going to be welding it with the Unimig 182 Viper gasless MIG wire. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to square it off like that. See how it all goes. Okay, so we've tacked that side, then we're going to tack this. I didn't use that on the last one, so I'm using it on this one. Once I pull this in, it will come square. Just got to tack it. Okay, so the boards are going to go from the angle line across that way. We'll lay them across so that sits like that. We will put some uprights on it next and tidy up the welding a bit where I was a bit dodgy. And there is, so that's the dog base with the legs, 4 legs, Okay, so I'm going to get another one. I'm going to get 4 of these. For the uprights, I've got to work out the height that I want the front, and then going to cut a bit of an angle on the 4 of them. So once I cut the 4 of them to the same angle, I just got to weld the front ones on the front. Like I'll use my level or something to give me where I'm going to put to get the height so it sits flush. Then I can weld the top on at an angle for the fall of the roof so the water can run down. So that'll be my next step. So I've got my cutting angle at 10 degrees on the miter saw, the metal cutting saw, and now I'm starting to cut the angles that I want on the 4 uprights. Okay, so the old Dog Kennel is about 700. I'm going to go a little bit higher on this one, so I'll make it 730. Okay, so we'll take it from our 10 degree angle and we'll take it back to 0 for our straight cut. Try and be as precise as I can. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the front of the dog kennel, and we're going to start with the one front upright. So we're going to start with that and square it off. Get it as square as we can. Might have to do a bit of pulling. So I'm just going to tack these on. Okay, so I've cut the back wall frame things, and they're going to go one over there and one over there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these across, they're the same width, and then we're going to put longer ones of these from there across these, and they'll be hanging out so we can make a bit of an awning. Okay, so I've got a 3 metre length, which I'm going to cut into 2 1.5 metres, or whatever the middle measures out to be, around that. Okay, it's raining now, but what I'm going to do is put these out a little bit out the back, weld them on top, and then of course we're going to have a little bit of an awning. Just got to weld them on. Okay, I measured this side with the bottom, so this is pretty square up here. So I just got to tack that on, but the other side I'm going to have to pull in because it is it's a little bit out, so it's got to get twisted. But if I weld this in place, it's pretty well right. So this second one, I've got the line marked for the same length as that. I'm going to tack this in place, and then the other end I've got to pull into the right measurement. Okay, so I've put a line on this other side to where I've got to pull that out to, and then tack it in place. Not quite perfect, but very close. For a dog kennel, it'll have to do. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around and weld everything in properly now, so then it's all welded up. Okay, so now I'm going to put this bar here across the front, like so. This is the front. Here I'm going to make a door. So I'm going to go up about 500 mils and then across about 300. So I'll be making the door frame there for the dog to get in and out. So yes, what I'm going to do is do 45-degree angle this way. And then 45-degree angle that way. So then I cut, oops, get that over there. Then I cut this out and then I can bend that in. I won't cut it through that back side, I'll just bend it and then I can weld around a couple of sides rather than 4 sides. It's almost, just got to do a bit of straightening, but you can see that yeah, just got to twist it a bit. It's twisted, and then I'll cut 300 off. Cut 300 off. Oh. Cut 300 off one side, so then that'll go like that, something like that. Okay, so the it broke and I tried to straighten it, so I've just got to weld it square. Okay, so we have our door frame, and looking across here it lines up fairly well. Okay, so that's part 1 of building the dog kennel from scratch without any plans. So that's the metal frame all done. Part 2 will be lining the whole thing, so I've still got to think about all of that. I shall come back with part 2 in another week or something, so hopefully can start lining it, putting roof on it and get it finished. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and watch out for part 2